Hello, welcome in. I am Darlene. Thank you guys for being here today. This is a general collective reading. I haven't done one of these in a while for what are they hiding from you? Would be your romantic partner, somebody you're thinking of. When I say romantic partner, who that is for you. So let's do a little deep dive. What are they hiding from you? And if I slip up and say Scorpio, this is not exclusively for Scorpios. I've just been doing previously 2 Scorpio readings, and so I might slip up and say it. This is for my collective audience, whoever finds this video. What is your romantic interest hiding from you? Ooh. Conflict, competition, or they're saying, I'm going to stand my ground no matter what. Let's see what that's about. Ooh, nicely. Ace of Cups at the bottom. They might be hiding that they have feelings for you. Oh, that's why I am hiding that I have feelings for you. Okay, let's see where this goes. Let's see. All right, we'll get some more cards out here. I like to get flyers, guys, and I'm not a particularly fast shuffler, so bear with me, please, and thank you. Also, I'd like to let you know that I do go live here on YouTube I've gotten down to about twice a week now. And I do personal readings, very, very reasonably priced. So if you'd like to participate in that, be sure you are subscribed and you have your notifications turned on. I also do deceased loved ones readings. So if you've lost a loved one, please go and check out my playlist there. There could be a message from your loved one. Okay. They're hiding, they're making plans, something to do with a breakup. I'll show you the cards here in a minute. So I have the 7 of Wands. Now, this can be standing your ground, as I said, standing your ground about some plans or yeah, making plans, waiting on their ships to come in after a breakup. That could be what that says. And they're really up in their head about it, overthinking this. So if you have broken up with this person or vice versa, that would apply. Let's see. What else wants to come out? All right. Here's one. Yeah, well, I don't think, it doesn't look like you're talking to this person, but I'm laughing because this was sort of the ending of the Scorpio reading was about somebody who needs to learn their lesson. This is the student in reverse. So this can talk about either procrastination or somebody who has not learned their lesson yet. Maybe somebody hasn't learned their lesson in love yet. Okay, let's keep going. What they're hiding from you. Ooh. Yeah, this looks like a breakup to me, y'all. What they're hiding is, despite the fact that this cup has been spilled and there's nothing happening, no action happening, they could be saying, I think things were reckless. Things happened. Foolish things happened here. And I say foolish because the Knight of Wands in reverse, this is, well, in the upright, it's somebody who was not consistent, in and out behavior, somebody you couldn't depend on. When he's in the reverse, it's even more so, to the point of it being reckless. So somebody here might have been reckless, and now this cup is spilled, and they're missing you. And they're saying it looks like this is not going to go the distance now, apparently, collective. Well, all right. So I think they're focusing on work and their money, their stability. So if that's what they're hiding, I think you would know this. This is a pretty obvious story here. But maybe not. Maybe you don't know that this person feels like, because I don't have the quintessential card of an ending, but pretty much this is a breakup here for me when the Two of Cups is in reverse. And combined with this Ace of Cups in reverse, this is like, your person is telling me all the cups are spilled here that matter. Well, what is, maybe this is a case of, like, if you are watching their social media or you ever run into them, maybe you even work with this person or something, and you have to see them occasionally, they could be putting on a brave front. That could be what this is. They could be pretending to the world, oh, everything's fine. I'm over here. I'm having the best time of my life. I'm not missing Scorpio. Yes, they are. Yeah, everything's cool. No, it's not. Yeah, that could be. That could be. So what are this person's intentions? Let's ask that. What are this person's intentions going forward? What are this person's intentions toward my collective going forward, please? Well, I feel like it wants me to get a fresh deck. Maybe why they're not coming out. Yeah, let me do that. Let me get a fresh deck here 1 second. Because sometimes it might want to give me the same cards, but if they're already out, it can't do that. We used a little light seer deck. So what is this person's intentions toward my collective going forward, please, and thank you. Whoops, that fell. Hang on a second. Let me get it 1 second. Now, I don't know which way that came out, and it's significant. The World card. In the upright, this would be an ending. In the reverse, it would be they don't want it to end. So I'm going to put it sideways, meaning undecided. Let's see what else comes out. Of all the cards to fall out and not be able to see it. It just went right between my legs to the floor and I couldn't see. What is this person's intentions going forward with my collective? They may be seeking spiritual advice or advice period, but most likely spiritual advice. You know, talking to their counselor or a priest even, something like that. It could even just be going within and asking Spirit for guidance. Oh my goodness, well, collective. Okay. I know this is a, what are they hiding? I don't know how you would not know this reading, but this looks like your person. So I'm gonna have to read this card. This looks like this card is in the upright, meaning an ending. I think this is ending because I've got the Six of Cups. I really want to move. Now, I'm going to change that. I will allow for the possibility. The Six, and I said Cups. I'm sorry, Six of Swords. Hang on a minute. Why is that? 1 second. Okay. I just had to. Never mind. Six of Swords means moving to calmer water. So this could be I'm giving myself peace. I'm giving myself closure if needed. I'm moving on to calmer waters here. Your person or you, I don't know who this applies to, is saying, I don't consider myself released from this. I don't consider myself free or single. This can sometimes be a card of somebody who's codependent. So it's kind of a, I guess your person is saying emotionally, maybe I'm not released, but I'm moving forward otherwise. Or, and I've got the Two of Cups from another deck. I'm so sorry. I've got the cups, Two of Cups in reverse again from another deck. Your person is telling me they're heartbroken. This appears to be over. What they might do about this, they're going to try to move on. They're going to try to pretend everything is cool. And yet in their mind, they're thinking, well, can I come back? Do you think they'd take me back? You think they'd take me back? Because I'm really sorry that I did what I did, assuming this is your person or whomever did what. But this is the Seven of Swords. Now, in the reverse, it means I want to make amends for something. I want to make amends because I'm hurting. This is really hurting. Now, this is Three of Swords. It has already happened. But I just don't know if this is something that can go the distance. If this is a situation where we can really make this sustainable for the long term. And so right now I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. And this situation is a heavy burden. It's weighing heavy on your person. Probably on you too. But they're really trying to, so I feel like your person's kind of going back and forth, sort of the last minute throes of a dying, whatever, has this got any possibility left at all? Can we transform this? Can something be changed to breathe life back into this? And so that it's not, I think they're thinking about that. They have been thinking about that. But then they come back to, I just don't see it going anywhere. I see no way to nurture this. Or maybe they're saying you're not nurturing this. But in any case, this is a lack of expansion. This is nothing being fertile. They are missing you. They're saying you made them happy. They're missing you. There was love here. But somebody might have gotten some karma for something here. That might be what this is about. Maybe somebody did something. I don't have those cards here to indicate, anything real bad yet. But you know your story. I won't. But they're saying maybe the justice, maybe the karma is, whichever side this is that nothing is going to go forward here. This is the end of the journey. Because that Chariot is saying nothing is moving. Gosh, that's a downer. And you know what? I have to add to this, though. You know what? I did forget to look at this. I wanted to say, this is a year of endings. This numerologically, this year, and we're almost to November. In 3 days it's going to be November, or 2 days really. And many of us are closing out cycles with things that we don't need in our life anymore. That's not good for us to take forward into the new year with us. A lot of people are ending relationships. And I have to say that most of the time when I see this, and in readings I even see this, if it's closing out, no matter how much it hurts, it's because there's something better. You've got to make room for beautiful new beginnings in this new year, because this new year is a 1 year. That's beginnings, new things starting, from scratch. And you can't carry this old stuff with you. So what I feel like your person is hiding is that they just don't think there's any love left here. They think it's done. And they're quietly, I feel like, silently moving on. Even though there's a part of them and I'm hearing the words that still feels a bit invested in this. I wanted to just look up here. Yeah, this is kind of out of sequence because I went back up to look at the top row of cards. I forgot to look at the bottom of the deck, and there is the Eight of Wands up here. So what are they hiding is that they're hoping for communication, or they're maybe even thinking about communication because they were hoping this wasn't over, that the cycle wasn't ended. And here you are, collective. This is you. They were still hoping we could save this thing, nurture it in some way. But the reality is there's not enough happiness here to sustain it, because there was deception here. There was deception here of some kind. I could kind of feel that under there. And maybe the deception is simply they were deceiving themselves that the reality was that this was over. So for many of you, I don't know, this could be you, it can be reversed, but for many of you, your person is just, is letting go here. I don't think they want to. And that's just a feeling I get with this. It's like, no, I really don't. Let's stand and, but they're saying this can be being defensive. But I think what they're holding on to by being defensive is, I'm still waiting, I'm hoping. But the reality is they know, they're hiding it. They know that this is not, that these cups have been spilled. Wow. Well, that's reality hitting hard. That's what that is. Boy, all the readings I've done have been kind of about endings. I've done 3 readings today, and they're all about pretty much endings. And so I just feel like we're getting the pressures on to finish unfinished business here toward the end of the year. And I think so many of these relationships, that's why this is happening. So that's what your person's hiding. That's what they're telling me. They're trying to move on. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for being here. I so appreciate you watching my videos and supporting me in any and every way that you do. And I hope to see you again soon. Many blessings.